I think we're all confused today, huh? We're just waiting for those testimonials. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to be here to see all these new faces, see all the regulars here as well. And I'm excited to hear everybody's testimony today. I'm looking forward to what Sheila's going to present, as well as David. And I am going to go ahead and pass it on to Sheila.
Thank you, Brenda. Awesome to be here. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the guests that have decided to spend their time with us. We really appreciate it. We know how valuable that is. And trust me, you will be great. You will be excited that you did. Team members that are here, thank you for coming. We have such a wonderful community. It's awesome. So with that, we're going to get started. We're going to share with you something tonight that is uncharted. It's never been done before. It's a paradigm shift. It's unique. It's breakthrough. It's revolutionary. I know you've heard those words before, and it's new, but when I say it's new, it's new. It's never been done before. So if you try to think about what it's like, it's not like anything you've ever seen before. I can assure you of that. So I encourage you to have something to write with and something to write on. You're definitely going to want to take notes on this. Try to eliminate as many distractions as possible, because we are going to be sharing some really important information that could change your life. And I've said it over and over again. For some people, when they see it and they understand it, they don't sleep at night, which is a good thing, because they're so excited about what they've discovered, and it's something they've been looking for a long time. Other people, on the other hand, they sleep like a baby because they finally discovered what they've been looking for. So it kind of works both ways, depending on how it works for you. I don't know, but it is life altering once you get it. And you're very lucky to be here tonight, because it is Testimonial Tuesday, which means that you get to hear from people all over the world that have embraced the concept and are seeing the results of what this powerful program can do for you. So we're going to share more about that with you shortly. In the meantime, please join our Telegram channel, SmartChoice Official, t.me/SmartChoice Official. We are constantly updating, announcing all kinds of information. So with that, I'm going to turn the call over to David.
Okay, awesome.
Or call webinar, whatever.
We'll call webinar.
Meeting,
everyone knows what we're doing here. So
okay.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. I see some faces I recognize, some I do not recognize. And today is Testimonial Tuesday, as Sheila mentioned. So we will be calling on you to share your story and your results and what's happened to you so far. So very exciting to be here. Let me come a little bit closer here so that I'm actually in front.
Our camera isn't on. You know that, right?
Our camera is not on. Okay, so I didn't know.
So I did that whole intro without the camera.
You did that whole intro.
Okay,
is that what
okay.
I was getting
there
messages
we go.
here?
Look, we got some exciting stuff going on back
Wow,
there.
yeah, this is Tron. The Tron goes round and round.
It's circling.
Take a look at the Tron.
It's like hypnosis.
It is. Anyhow, so yeah, thanks for the camera.
Awesome.
No one else said anything. They probably, I've got a face for radio, I guess.
They wondered, where's this voice? Where's this voice coming from?
A face for radio.
Anyhow,
so there's the Telegram channel that Sheila was talking about. You saw that already. So let's see if we can get moving here. We do have a guest presenter today that we want to definitely get to.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to make sure that they have enough time. So you still got time here to contact some of your team members and get them on here because this is going to be exciting today. So welcome. Finally, a long-lasting smart contract that'll provide you with all the perpetual funding that you need for your projects and your lifestyle. And we're attracting people, as you know, from all around the world. I've done calls with I don't know how many different countries now. People are starting to hear about SmartChoice, and it's very exciting to see that, because again, it's like the ripple effect, right? It starts in one place and it just starts to ripple out there. So we're starting to see that ripple happen in many parts of the world right now. And it's because what SmartChoice will do. SmartChoice is a vehicle that will help you have all the funds that you need for whatever you need them for. And it is a crowdfunding platform, as many of you know. The difference is that it's put on a smart contract, so there is no owners or anything like that, and it is perpetual. It's designed to give you not only for your lifetime, but generations to come. And so we're excited about that, because we are using, of course, the referral or relationship marketing model to get the word out there, and it's going really well. Again, when I talk about smart contract, a lot of you say, well, what's a smart contract? It's real simple. It's a set of rules. These rules calculate everything. It's put on the blockchain. We use the Tron blockchain, and it basically calculates everything for you. And then what it'll do, it's going to pay out in real time. And so that's exciting because there is no owners, there is no managers, there is nobody that's going to change anything whatsoever. You know that the contract as it is today, it'll be this way forever. And because it is on the Tron blockchain, it's designed to last. So the contract will always be here. So just know that. It's like, you know, I almost want to say like a time capsule, so to speak, right? Because, you know, 1,000 years from now, you know, they might have some visitors from another planet or something like that, and they're going to discover the blockchain, and they're going to see SmartChoice. The contract is still going to be on the blockchain.
Still running.
Still going.
It's like the Energizer Bunny.
It's going to keep
Keeps
going.
going.
It's just going to keep going and going and going. So it's designed that way. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to have a funding program that was also designed to last. So we were just fortunate enough to ask the right questions and be given answers to how to create a perpetual funding program, which you're going to hear about here tonight. It's a perpetual leverage funding program. Perpetual, again, meaning ongoing. Leverage meaning that you can also leverage whatever you have and leverage it to get more. And we're going to show you how that leveraging actually works within this program. And the more you leverage, the more funding you get. And it is a program. It is like a computer program. So again, it runs on its own as you get it going here, as you'll see. Now, all that's needed to get started is a Tron wallet address. You might not know what that is right now, but it's very, very important to understand what wallets are, what digital wallets are. And if you don't know, Google it. I mean, any question that I have, what do I do?
It's true. What do we do before Google?
Well, before Google,
gosh.
so when I was, well, yeah,
Britannica.
no, where this came from for me, it wasn't Encyclopedia Britannica, and I know that we probably have some people that did that one, but I did a program. It was called Grolier. When I was 17 years of age, they used to put me in a van. Now that I think about it, it's kind of abuse. They would put a bunch of kids into a van, and they would drive us like thousands of miles away from home.
Thousands?
Yeah, thousands.
Oh my gosh.
Like thousands of miles.
When you're 17?
17, 18, yeah.
Oh
thousands of miles away from home.
After all these years.
I know, and then they would drop us off. Just think about this. They would drop us off in these neighborhoods, and the guy that was there, he would actually point out all the families that were there because they all needed encyclopedias, right? And they would drop us off. Well, they didn't have Google, but they would drop us off, and then we would have to actually knock doors. And we would knock doors, and as we knocked doors, we would, you know, if it was raining especially, we'd want to get in the house, right? Which is kind of creepy now that I think about it today. But we'd want to get in the house, and we would present these sets of books, right, to these people. And it was, you know, books, they were encyclopedias. They were called Grolier. But we had, our books were called the Book of Knowledge. And so what we told people was, you know, anytime Johnny has a question, right, why is the sky blue? Don't answer it. Just send them over to the Book of Knowledge, and they'll answer it for you. And that's what we did. And actually, I got very good at doing that because I wanted to stay warm, and I wanted to make sure that it was worthwhile. But some of my greatest lessons came from actually knocking on doors and selling books when I was a kid. But the point is that today we use Google. So if you don't know, just type in whatever you don't know in Google, and they've got the answer. I guarantee you, whatever you type in there, somebody's already asked it. So there is no stupid question on Google. So anything you want to learn, you can learn on Google. So learn about wallets because they're free. You're going to have a lot of them. They're disposable. You're able to receive funds in them. You're able to send funds from them. It's probably one of the greatest inventions is these wallet addresses because they're totally decentralized, and you can send from one wallet to another wallet all the way around the world in seconds.
And they're free.
And they're free. I said they're free.
Yeah,
I
didn't
they're
hear
free.
Sorry.
What were you doing? They're free.
Thinking about, oh, no.
Okay, so Tron is one of the top cryptocurrencies out there. That's what we use. It's a Tron wallet, currently trading for pennies. Experts say that it's going to be a lot more in the future. When you think about Bitcoin at one time was trading for pennies, and look at it today, over $50,000 per Bitcoin. Goes up and goes down, but overall over the last few months here, it's gone way, 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 way up. Just like Tron. Tron has gone a little bit down over the last couple of days, and it doesn't really matter as long as you're not selling, of course. I know one guy, when it goes down, he's always trying to buy. So I'm on to you, by the way, so you know who you are. Anyhow, but Tron currently trades at just pennies, and experts say it's going to be worth a lot more in the future. How do you get Tron? Lots of ways to get it. One way is to buy it. You can buy it through an app. We use an app called Clever, and you can use your credit card to buy it. You can also swap for it. If you've got some kind of crypto, like a lot of people have got, tons of Bitcoin, and it's sitting there. Believe me, when they have Bitcoin, they don't want to spend it, and so it's very easy for them to swap for Tron using one of the apps. Again, Clever Swap, and you can swap from Bitcoin to Tron, and now you've got Tron, right? So again, very, very easy to get. Now, if you don't know how to do it, we do have help videos that will help you. My point is this: all it takes to get started with this program is 200 Tron, and Tron today, I think it's around 4 or 5 cents, somewhere around there per day, per Tron, I should say. So you're looking at $9, $10, $11 plus the fees, of course, under 15 bucks. So for under 15 bucks, you get to participate in the program, join the community, get your own fundraising platform set up for you, and where you can start raising funds, which is great, because once you have your own platform, you can also start referring other people to the program, and you're going to get your very own referral link. Like I said, you get a very customized, beautiful website that's got all the bells and whistles you can imagine from a multiple $1,000 website, and you get full, complete access to your own website. You've got your own accounting back office that does all the accounting for you, and this just pulls all the data from what we call the Tron blockchain, but it pulls that data and it displays it for you in a way in which it's first of all legible, so you can understand it, and we've got different forms of actually reading the reports as far as your back office and what it'll do. What you also get is you get presentations. We've got the presentations now in 30 different languages, so depending on what language you speak or what language you know other people around the world that speaks, or if you're doing marketing, you can market in 30 different languages, which covers millions upon millions upon millions of people around the world that speak these languages. You've got video presentations, 2 videos per language. You've got all the PowerPoints that you need. It's all there for you to use. And again, you can actually just use this page to market. Just send people there. They'll pull down and they can download the overview video, download the compensation plan. We call it, well, it's actually the funding program video. You can download that. You got the PowerPoints. It's all there. And so everything is there for you to be successful. That really is our product as a community, where we're helping people around the world solve their problems. Excuse me. Solve their problems, right? So what I want to do is I want to just go into how the funding program works, because this is extremely important for you to know how it works. And for me to really relate to you how it works, let me talk about my introduction to being able to leverage and actually earn, not just on my efforts, but on other people's efforts. And again, like I mentioned, I got into it at a very early age. As a matter of fact, I started selling vacuum cleaners and then started selling books. And I did all of this selling stuff because, quite frankly, we grew up in, I'm going to say, a little impoverished, right? I grew up, I don't want to say ghetto, because we didn't think of it as a ghetto, but it was in government housing is where I grew up. Quite frankly, my mother worked 3 jobs. My father was always out trying to work and get jobs and all that stuff. So it left me to try to fend for myself and make money legally, because there was certainly illegal ways that I could do it. But I decided to make money legally. And the best way for me to do that is to learn how to sell. And I basically learned how to sell. I learned how to just basically talk and ask people for the order. That's basically all it is. It's just showing and saying a few things and saying, hey, would you like to do it? It's really that simple. So initially, I was doing what's called direct sales, where I would have to go out and work. And when I worked, I was really good, actually. But when I worked, I got paid. I was great.
You were amazing.
I was phenomenal.
In fact, there's someone that said they grew up with Grolier. You probably sold
there.
That
Maybe I sold that.
Probably you.
But no, I've got plaques here from 1977.
It's true,
the guy was great.
It's
you know,
true.
for whatever reason, but I studied and all of that stuff.
You're incredible.
But I was really
You're
incredible.
really good.
I was really,
No,
really good.
here's the thing. Just even at that age, to come up with to realize that sales is going to be your ticket because you're paid what you're worth. Like you put the effort in, you'll get paid. It's not a job where they decide what you're going to be worth. For even at that age to come up with that and to recognize that, that's way ahead of your time.
I mean, so I haven't told the story, but when I was about 14 or 15, my mother came home, and after she'd actually been fired from her job that she had worked for 7 years. She was a nurse, and she was a great woman. I say was because she's passed now, but great woman. And she was fired from her job, and I just remember her walking up the hill because we lived, in an apartment, and she walked up the hill and just seeing the pain on her face that I said at that age that I'll never work for somebody else. I'll never give anybody else that was never intended to be my superior that opportunity. Okay, I was never going to classify myself as inferior to somebody else because we're all made equal. I mean, Genesis 1 verse 26 said that man was given dominion over all the earth. It doesn't say that man was given dominion over man. And so for me, I just felt that, okay, I had to become independent. And I had to learn how to fend for myself. So I started going out there, and all I could do was talk, and I would talk and ask for an order, and lo and behold, I would get sales. I mean, it was really not that complicated, quite frankly. But the more you got better at it, the more income you earned and the more money you made. But here's the problem with it. It was all dependent on what I did. It was all dependent on me going out there and knocking on the doors, or me going out there and, when I was a kid, I would do vacuum cleaner presentations. And if I didn't do them, I wouldn't make any money. And so when I discovered networking, it was like so phenomenal, because J. Paul Getty, I read a book by J. Paul Getty, How to Be Rich. And he said that it's better to have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of your own. And so that just clued in for me that if I could just work and learn how to build a team, build a community, build a network, and even though you get a small percentage, you get a small percentage on a lot of people's efforts. It just made a whole lot of sense. And that's why I got into networking at a very, very early age. I was 17, 18, 19 when I got started. And this was the model that I first learned, which is basic networking, is that you go out there and you sponsor. So in this example here, you sponsor 3, who sponsor 3, who sponsor 3, and everyone's just sponsoring 3. So everyone's doing a little bit, but as you can see, as your network starts to grow, your team starts to grow, and the possibilities of income actually increases when you're getting a small percentage off of a lot. The problem with this model, I mean, it's a great model, but the problem with this model, it's limited. So with all the programs that are out there, they have to cut it off at some point because you only have 100% of the money to go around. You don't have more than that. So they have to cut it off. And so a lot of the activity, as you can see, ends up happening through the geometric progression as this continues to grow. And so great model, and we've made a lot of money, on 3, 4, 5 levels, but it's what happens after that you don't get paid on. And so when we decided to create a better mathematical model for networking and ask the right questions, we came up with the answers. However, what I want you to get is this. If all you learn how to do, if all you understand in our next segment is how to do this, 3 who sponsored 3, who sponsored 3, and everyone's just doing 3, and you can understand this, the power of 3, you can do what you're going to hear about tonight. And I'm excited. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm going to stop share here because I'm excited because we do have a guest presenter tonight. And I'm excited because, Sheila and I have got, we've been doing this for so long that we have the ability to spot talent. And Sheila would tell you, like, we can spot talent.
Yeah, you spotted me.
Yeah, I spotted you.
Right? I didn't know any of this stuff.
I spotted you.
You taught me all this.
Okay, pattern interrupt. Okay.
Sorry, pattern interrupt. But it's kind of like you have that knack. Okay. Thanks for including me in the group, but really.
I am speechless because I'm speechless because both of us have the ability when we see an individual, we've been able to say in the past, okay, that person is going to do well. And so I'm excited. You threw me off.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, Sheila wasn't in networking when we first met.
That's what I'm trying to say is that I didn't know any of this. You knew about this. You introduced me to this. So you must have spotted some talent. I don't know.
Okay. Yes, I spotted. That's what I was spotting. Talent,
Just
guys.
say yes.
Yes,
Okay,
I was.
just say
I
yes.
was definitely spotting
you go.
spotting talent.
There you go.
Okay, she was
Good.
very, very, very
Very
talented.
good.
I will tell you that
Very
right now.
good. You're
Anyhow, that being said, this individual, we spot the talent, and I've said for years that I'd rather have somebody with availability than I would have somebody with ability. But when you have somebody with availability and ability, it's really special. So we've invited this individual to actually go through and share her experience and. Okay, I just gave it away. Her experience and the compensation plan and how it actually works. So with that, I'm not sure if they are sharing. I think they are sharing. So let me make sure that you're on. So let's turn it over to Brenda Lopez from Naples. Brenda, if you can share with everybody your story and take it over from there. Over to you, Brenda.
Thank you so much for your kind words, David. I wasn't expecting all that. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you again, David. I'm still humbled by your words. My name is Brenda, and I'm from Florida. I am a stay-at-home mom. I also have my own business online. And guys, when I found out about SmartChoice, I saw a great opportunity to raise funds to pay off my mortgage. And save for my children's college as well. So I've been able to do both with this program. I started at the bronze level, which you will hear about shortly. And today is a special day. And I don't know if Sheila and David realize this. Today marks 2 months since this program launched. 2 months. And I have been able to acquire 130,000 Trons. Okay. I would never have bought that in my life, but I have acquired that with this program. So let me share with you how powerful this program is. It's very simple. It's called SmartChoice. Okay, with SmartChoice, you will have access to 3 funding streams: Smart 1, Smart 2, and Smart 3. 40% of every donation goes to Smart 1. Smart 1 is a 1x3 perpetual matrix with automatic reentry. You will receive 100% of all donations from position 1 and 2, which will instantly be sent directly to your Tron wallet. Yes, you heard that correctly. There's no withdrawal request necessary. It goes straight into your wallet. So the donations from position 3 will go to your sponsor, triggering an automatic reentry. So as I mentioned, you will be automatically re-entered back into the matrix so that you can cycle over and over and over again. Smart 2, with this one, you get 40% of every donation goes to Smart 2. Smart 2 is an amazing breakthrough that allows a perpetual funding stream that has pass-ups with infinite depth. And you will also receive funding to infinite width on your perpetual funding stream. On your perpetual funding stream, you will have pass-ups positions and you will have funding positions depending on the position in which a personal referral or pass-up lands. This will determine whether they are pass-ups or a funding position. Positions 2, 4, and 6, and every 4th thereafter are your pass-up positions. Anyone that lands on a pass-up position will fill that position and then be passed up line. All other positions are the funding positions. You will receive 100% of the donations of donors that land on your funding positions. Now, anyone that lands on a funding position will be forever linked to you and will pass up their personal referrals or pass-ups from their positions 2, 4, 6, and every 4th thereafter to the next available position on your perpetual funding stream. This pattern continues to infinite depth and infinite width. And I love this part. And it creates that breakthrough that Sheila and David are talking about, revolutionary perpetual funding stream. And as you can see in 2 months, proven, as they mentioned earlier. And as you and your team continue to grow, the funds will really start flying in more and more directly into your Tron wallet. And as I mentioned before, this pattern continues to infinite depth and infinite width and creates that amazing breakthrough revolutionary perpetual funding stream that you've been hearing all night long. Finally, we have 20% of every donation that goes to Smart 3. Smart 3 is basically Smart 2 on steroids and turns one-time donations into recurring donations every 30 days. By choosing to participate in the optional recurring funding program, you multiply your leverage by 12 every year. If you do not continue to participate in the optional recurring funding program, all pass-ups will bypass you and go to the next upline who is actually participating in it. Same as when you do choose Same as when you do choose to continue your participation in the optional recurring funding program. You'll receive pass-ups from the team members that have chosen not to participate. This is what we call today dynamic compression, and it is another form of leverage you will not find elsewhere. Once again, thank you again, David, for your kind words and allowing me to share how the comp plan works and why I love it so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Brenda. I just said, we're there already. That's how I'm supposed to do it. I'm supposed to be quick with my presentation. So give her a big hand, guys. I mean, everyone's really congratulating you. First time doing the presentation, and you did fantastic. I've got to learn how to do it so concise and clear and to the point. So let me continue being concise and clear and to the point. So great job here, guys. In the chat, just go ahead and give her some accolades there. She did a great job. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me just go ahead and share again here. And so back to sharing. So let's take a look at the system in action real quick, because it's all about, you know, it's not how it works really, it's that it works. And what I want to do is I want to simplify it so that you'll see exactly how to make it work for you. Okay, and that's real simply this. Listen, if this is you and this is your first referrer, John, or first donor, John, that you referred, you made a $200 donation and John makes a $200 or 200 Tron, I should say, donation. Here's what happens. Real simply, because John's in the first position of Smart 1, Smart 2, and Smart 3, you're going to receive 40% or 80 Tron from John for Smart 1, 40% or 80 Tron from John for Smart 2, and 20% or 40 Tron from John from Smart 3. So write down in the chat for me, like add that up. How much is that? Okay, so that'd be 80, 80, 40. Okay, so write that in there. That's 200 Tron. So you've actually received back 100% of your initial referral. So I want you to remember that. So 200 Tron so far, 100% of your initial referral. With only one referral, you break even, right? So write that down though. So 200 Tron so far, right? That's all number one. Plus you've got John. Every time John re-enters, he's going to take the next position in Smart 1, and he's going to send 40% to you. Plus John's also working Smart 2 and Smart 3, and he's going to be passing up his second, fourth, sixth, and every fourth thereafter to you. How many personal donors did you refer? Only one, right? So that's one. So what if you're to do more than that? Let's look at the second one. So you refer another John, and everyone's a John. Everyone's equal here. I need you to look at everybody as being the same. Well, when you refer that second one, here's what's going to happen. And this is assuming, of course, nobody else did anything but you so far. On your second one, John would pay you 40% or 80 Tron because they're in a funding position in Smart 1. However, in Smart 2 and Smart 3, they're pass-ups. So you wouldn't receive anything in Smart 2 and Smart 3, but you do receive 80 Tron from Smart 1 from your second referral. So again, first was 200, add 80 to that, you're up to 280 with just 2 referrals. Let's take that one step further. Let's just say you referred a third person. Well, we know in Smart 1, your third person, John, would be a re-entry position, so it would pay your sponsor. However, in Smart 2 and Smart 3, they would pay you 40% in Smart 2, that's 80 Tron, 20% in Smart 3, that's 40 Tron, so you just received another 120 Tron. So when you add that all together, you've received now 400 Tron with just 3 referrals. Now, here's what's magical about that. 400 Tron with 3 referrals, number one, you've got now, basically double your initial donation back, right? So you're now at 400 with just 3 referrals. Plus, if you train your team on how to do this, you've got now that 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, you've got that going on, right? So, which is very, very powerful. So that's what you're looking to create. You're looking to create duplication because, again, it's not what you do, it's the team that you develop. And it's better to have a small percentage off of a lot of people's efforts than 100% of your own. So when you look at it like this, here's what's powerful. We don't just have one level, 200 Tron. We've got 32 different levels, 96 funding streams. So watch this. If you taught your team, let's just say all you have is 200 Tron. That's all you have, and that's all everybody's got is only 200 Tron. Nobody's got more than that. Everybody's got only 200 Tron, but you're committed to building the network. You're committed to 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, 13, 651. You're committed to that, okay? Or 65, whatever. You're committed to that building of that team. Well, you can build it to infinity here, and watch this. This is so magical. I mean, this thing just works when you start looking at the details there. With 200, level 1 is 200 Tron. Well, to get to level 2, all it takes is right there. If you've got 2 referrals, you've got enough to move up to level 2. But with 3 referrals, you for sure have enough to move up to level 2, plus have some funds left over. Now, watch this. When your first 3, okay, get their 3 each, and they move up, you would have 3 come into level 2 here. That'd be like 3 new sales for you. And that would be enough for you to get to level 3. And when your level 1s or your level 2s help their level 1s get their 3 each, that's going to move them up and move everybody up. And you'd move up here. This is what we call leverage, guys. And you'd be able to leverage your way up with everybody simply referring 3 all the way to the top here, where you can actually get to level 32 with everybody having the exact same amount, no more, no less, and everybody referring 3 people. And this could go all the way through to infinity, which is really, really, really exciting. However, we've made it a lot easier for you because it's very, very simple to do the program, do the business. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to the talent that I spotted.
Yeah, right. Okay, good.
The
good,
talent,
good.
the talent that I spotted.
Good.
How many years ago now?
No,
35.
That's really good.
Is it
You're
35?
good.
How many
You're
years
smooth.
ago is this?
The smooth operator.
The talent that I
are.
spotted in 1985.
Only because I could type. That was the only reason.
But Sheila will tell you when we
that
met.
was the whole
When we met, what time was it?
factor.
I don't want to go into too many
we're-
stories. When we met, we
was a long
was
time
actually
ago.
in sales, and it was with a company where we were actually hired at the same time to launch a company, launch a project, a division.
Yeah.
And this was Sheila's first entry into sales.
True.
And so, me being trying to connect, right? I was able to start my smooth operation here. But the first thing we did is I said, hey, listen to these tapes, right?
True.
And go out there. What happened on your
My
first
very first sales call, I made a sale.
You made a
It
sale,
was
right?
so awesome. It was the best feeling ever. And that was it. From that point on, I was sold on sales because now I was going to get paid what I was worth. Prior to that, I was like a legal assistant and paralegal. And hey, I could work all day and all night, but they had decided what I was going to get paid.
Exactly.
So yeah, awesome. It was amazing. And you gave me that first set of tapes and
There
never
you
stopped.
go.
You taught me about network marketing. I did not grow up in a home that knew anything about network marketing.
And
So
here we are.
And here we are today.
With smart contracts on the blockchain.
It's pretty amazing. That was all pre-Google. That's amazing. Pre-match.com.
Pre-everything. That's when you actually spoke with people in
I know.
person.
And you
Remember
actually, yeah, I'm right. Okay, so so we want to get onto the stories. That's important. But first, you need to know how to get started. Because I know you're waiting to hear how to get started now that you've heard about our story. So there's 3 things you're going to want to do to succeed with Smart Choice. First thing you want to do is activate. Just like we showed you earlier when you donated 200 Tron and then you sent your link to John and John donated 200 Tron and got started. That's what you want to do. You want to get your referral link from whoever shared this program with you, and you take that referral link and you activate with 200 Tron. You get into the system. Step 2, you want to upgrade. You want to decide what's the highest level that you're comfortable with getting started. We have different ways to help you do that, but the higher you go, the better it is, the more donations are going to flow. The whole thing just works. And we help you do that by offering multiple packages. The first level is bronze, levels 1 through 8, 3,966 Tron. It's about $200, give or take what Tron is at. And understand that what the first 200 that you put in of Tron, it's deducted from that 1 to 8. You don't double pay. Now you pay the difference from where you are to where you want to go. You can go to silver, which is levels 1 through 16. Again, larger donation, larger donation, more levels.
The more you give, the more you receive.
More levels that you're participating in.
These are principles, right?
Because here's the key. The key is that each level is independent. Each level functions on its own. And that is really important because you don't know where everyone's going to fall. So that's why you want to capitalize on as many levels as you can. Gold 1 to 24. and platinum right at the top. When you're at platinum, you own the deal. You're like at the top of the food chain. Everything that happens from you
The
down.
dynamic compression's phenomenal once
Phenomenal.
you're at platinum.
Everything, like you're like at the top. So
It's
that's
like you
pretty
started
amazing.
it yourself. Yeah.
It's you own the book, you own the show. So those are the levels. And of course, like David showed, you can work your way up to them. We're not going anywhere. We're here. So that's pretty impressive. With that, step 3. Now you've activated, you've upgraded, you're where you want to be. That's when you want to send out your link, not before, because you don't want anyone to get in above you if you had intention to be there anyway. So step 3, you want to qualify. And with that, you just send out your referral link, share it with others. And as they come in and upgrade into the different levels like you, they're going to qualify you. It takes one person to qualify. Once you're qualified, you're there forever. You never have to rebuy. You never have to do it again. You're there.
No one's buying anything.
No, never have to redonate.
Yes.
You never have to once you're qualified at a level, you're at that level forever.
Yeah, once activated, once qualified, always
That's
there.
huge.
And here's the key point that you just made, is that it could be the same person.
Yeah.
Okay, on all 32 levels. So if you were to say upgrade to level 32 as an example, and you were to refer one person and upgrade it to also to level 32, well, that one person would qualify you on all 32 levels forever. So that's an important.
Yeah, because people will do what you do. Because they'll say, oh my gosh, this is so cool. What did you do? Well, I went to platinum. Oh, well, I'm going to do that too. And now you're done. Or I went to bronze. Great. I'm going to do that too. So understand that people are going to ask you, how did you start? What did you do? And you want to have that ability to tell them, I went to bronze, I went to silver, whatever is comfortable for you. And with that, you're only going to find it here, nowhere else. This is it. SmartChoice is here and only here. Perpetual Leverage Funding Program. We just encourage you to get started.
That's it. So the next step is to get back to the person invited you. But let's go to its Testimonial Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
We do have some people that we want to have them share their story. What's important here, though, is, again, we've gone through the comp line. You heard from myself. You heard from Sheila. You heard from Brenda. You're going to hear from some folks here. And it's not really how it works. It's that it works. I mean, that's a key thing, to know that this works. You're looking here at the leaderboard here. And so you can see here that it works. I mean, this is, like Brenda said, I didn't know it was like 60 days. It's 60 days of history. And, it's working very, very well. So let me do this. Let me stop the share. And I'm going to come back. And whoa, we got some people on here tonight. And so let's go ahead. And I know Paupette was waiting to share her story. Oh, geez, she heard me. I could tell she heard me. You know how I know she heard me? Her face just went, oh my gosh, is what her face said. So Paupette, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. I'm going to actually, no one can unmute themselves at this point yet. So I'm going to basically give you the opportunity to unmute yourself, but only unmute yourself at the time when you're about to speak. And so what I want you to do is I want to share, everybody to share with everybody. And I did put up a 7-point thing there today in Telegram. And it's real simple here. Let me find it so I can see exactly what I said. But real simply here, you want to share with everybody who you are, where you're from, what your background is, how you found out about SmartChoice, what you're raising funds for, how you got started, and what your results have been so far. And you want to do it in 60 seconds or less. So good luck. Good luck. Yeah, we got a buzzer. So good luck, Paupette. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. So there you go. Please share your story.
Can you hear me?
A little bit low, but but we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Ruth, actually. Poupette is my nickname. Okay. So I live in Montreal, Canada. And I'm an administrative assistant. So I was introduced to SmartChoice by Faithful Francine. Well, we call her Faithful. And so far, I went into this because when I was small, my mother was struggling. We all were struggling. And I see that we didn't have all the tools that we have today. So now I want to take advantage of this. So I want to go further and build something for my kids and for me, so we could live great. And that's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing, Paupette. Great job. You did great. Let's. I'm going to ask Jaime. Jaime, if you can, I'm going to ask you to unmute if you can, and share with everybody. Same thing, who you are, where you're from, what your background is. If you're there, go ahead and unmute Jaime. There he is. Jaime, go ahead and share with everybody. Same stuff, please.
Hello, my name is Jaime. I'm from McAllen, Texas, and my background is I distribute a health and wellness technology for chronic pain and diseases. I've been doing it for 8 years, and I love this program because it's different than everything else out there. I've seen other contracts that open and they close within a week or two. And this one is just amazing. I was introduced by a friend of mine here in McAllen as well, and I love it. I love it. Started with the silver package the first day. In my testimony, I invited a friend with a silver package, and I got the 100% back. It's amazing, amazing. I love it. I love it. And I'm growing my team in Mexico and over in South America and other countries. And I mean, I encourage every one of you to invite people. Just tell them about the opportunity. Tell them this is something not to pass it up, because I know later on they're gonna regret it, and I should have. And we're just starting. We're just starting 2 months, and I mean, it's amazing, amazing. I can just see it 6 months from now, a year from now. We're all going to be up there making some good Trons, and wish you all well.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Give him a big hand. Let's go. I'm going to ask Faithful. Faithful, if you're there, I know I saw you just a second ago. There you are. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Faithful, if you can, if you're there, and you can, because I know last time it wasn't the right time. But if you can, share with everybody what's happened to you so far. Where is she? There she is. Okay. Oh, you're still muted here. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Still muted. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Well, I was so glad to hear Ruth. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. A really nice testimony. So yes, so I am Faithful Francine in Montreal as well. And this plan is just amazing. My background is in education. I work with teenagers, challenged youth. And but this is a great opportunity for absolutely anyone. And it's just really nice to see people get their dreams or achieve their dreams through an opportunity like this. And this is what it's all about to me, just trying to expose to as many people as possible, because everybody could use a little boost and, use a few extra funds for various needs. So it's wonderful. And now that Tron has dropped a bit, I'm going to take this opportunity to boost levels, to upgrade as far as I could, because I'd rather be paying at 4 cents than 6 cents a Tron. So no matter what happens with this, if Tron goes down, but if it goes up, yay, we're making more money on our Tron. It's just wonderful. Thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Faithful. Good, great job on that. Let's go to AJ. AJ, are you there? AJ, let me see if I can find you here. There you are. So let me unmute you. AJ, again, same thing, who you are, what your background is, where you're from, same thing, 60 seconds or less.
Okay. As most of the people on here know, that I come from an aviation background, but I started out as a truck driver, driving 18-wheelers, and then I went through the 4-year apprenticeship program and became a journeyman carpenter before I learned to fly. I was sponsored by Sherman Unkefer and Eliseo Lee, Dr. Lee, and I just those guys, they directed me just perfectly. And the thing that I like about this is the power of the thing. If you get 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3, you go deep and you go wide at the same time, which is just astonishing. And I won't waste a lot more of your time. I want to thank David. I want to thank Sheila. I want to thank Sherman. I want to thank Dr. Lee. And I'd like to give, most of the people on here know that I give a quote. So I will give a quote today. And let's see if I can find it here. It's by Muhammad Ali, the greatest ever. And Muhammad Ali said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." And I'll leave that with you, David.
I like that one. Thank you very much for sharing that one. Brenda likes that one too. That was a good one. Thank you. Let's Pedro, you want to say something here, Pedro, from Puerto Rico? Not tonight. Pedro's not going to say anything. Come on, Pedro. He knows when they say no, I definitely unmute you. So if you say no, I'm definitely going to unmute you. So again, share with everybody what's happened to you so far.
Guys, thank you, David. Hi, everyone. All right, my name is Pedro. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm a coffee importer. All right, and I don't know anything, I always say, about cryptocurrency till I meet the fabulous Brenda. She teach me a lot, all right? And something very important, they always say, even my sponsor is no Brenda. Brenda, I love you. Thank you for teaching me. This is say a lot about be a leader. No matter what, we are team, we are family. That's what I'm trying to say. We are family. She don't care about that. And Brenda, thank you about the system. I love it. And now, like, I'm like faithful. It's true. I'm gonna buy so many trunks now that are gonna reach all the way to David. I'm gonna be touching David soon, because
bring it on. Bring it on.
Time to buy. It's like it's time to buy, guys. Come on, let's go buy. Let's go.
You hit it right on. I mean, the compression alone is just phenomenal. So,
yes,
welcome. Thank you very much, Pedro. Thank you. Let's go to Mr. Uncover. Mr. Uncover, I'm going to unmute you. Please share with everybody what's happened to you so far. Are you still muted? Hold on.
There we are. Okay, David and Sheila, thank you so much for the opportunity here. We've been involved a little bit less than 2 months. We've only brought in 6 people at this point, and I've been rather surprised at the payout. I didn't fully understand the compensation, but it's better than I thought it was. And it's the compensation plan is a little bit complex. You've got the 3 levels all working together at the same time, and we're beginning to see what that means as our business begins to grow. But the momentum is definitely increasing. I was on the phone 3 times today with Tony. Tony is going like a house on fire, and I think he's going to be a major builder. But the idea here, folks, is to give and to receive. And the idea of paying it forward is a well-established principle in our society. When my wife goes to the McDonald's drive-in with our granddaughters, oftentimes she will pay for the car behind her. And that car pulls up to the window and says, "How much?" And they say, "It was taken care of." "Oh, who did that?" "Oh, the lady in front here, blah, blah, blah." I was having breakfast at a Denny's after church about 3 years ago. And I had a nice omelet and coffee and so on. The bill was about $14, and I got up to pay the bill. They said, "It's taken care of." I said, "Well, who paid for it?" "We can't tell you." And I was kind of shocked by that. Somebody took pity on me, saw me sitting there alone, and thought I was, maybe destitute or something. But in any case, there are kind people out there that want to give. And that's what our program is based on. So we start out by giving, and it comes back to you manyfold.
What's your results been so far?
Well, we came in at 1030 was our sign-up position under LSAO, and we're now number 7, and I think about to move up beyond that.
Awesome. Congratulations to you,
yep,
on that. Congratulations, Sherman. Yeah, virtual clap.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, so with that, Tony, I know that we spent, I don't know, we had someone on And here's the lineup, by the way. I'm going to go to Dr. Lee, going to go to Malcolm, and to wrap this up here. But I definitely want to hear from Tony and share. I mean, it's only been a few days, but if you could share with everybody what your results have been so far, would love to hear from you. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute because we were on the phone. I know working with one of your prospects yesterday, and we finally figured it out. Really, really lovely lady that needed some help. So I got on and I supported that, and that worked out very well. So I'm going to unmute you. If you can share with everybody, if you can, basically, again, who you are, what your background is, where you're from, what's happened to you, why you're raising the funds. But I'm trying to unmute you here, so I might need some help from your side to just go ahead and unmute yourself, Tony.
There.
Where? Oh, there you are. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
You did it. Perfect. Don't touch anything. You're unmuted.
Oh, touch anything. Okay. Well, thank you so much, David, for being the patience of Job yesterday. That was incredible. And I've ordered a license plate for that individual. I'm going to call her Miss Zoom. It was her first time on a Zoom call, but now she's learning. She's coming into the 21st century, 22nd century. So I am excited we reconnected with Sherman after being away from him for years and years and reconnected. I had looked at a couple other programs, and when I saw it the first night, I said, this is it. This is a smart choice, just like its name denotes. And I've signed up 3 so far. One gentleman came in as silver today, which I did as well, and he's going to go to gold. So I'm going to try to come up with some funds here and try to match before he gets ahead of me there. And Dr. Lee did a magnificent job today. He has many backgrounds there, the ocean, the Las Vegas. So he's a magician with his backdrops. So I'm very excited about the future. And somebody tried to bring me into another business, and I wrote to him today, you don't understand, I'm in the crypto rush. I don't have time to talk with you anymore, but I love you. But I have to put my full focus here. It's time, it's the pinnacle, everything's coming together. So I wish everybody success, and the way the company's put together, its support's been fantastic. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate that. With that, let's go to, yes, virtual.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee, I'm going to unmute you. If you can share with everybody who you are, where you're from, what your background is, why Smart Choice, how you found out about what your results have been so far.
Thank you, David. Well, I found Smart Choice through David. I guess. I know David and Sheila for many years. We worked together in a couple of programs in the 90s. So it's been a number of years since then. And at that time, there was a program called the Third Dimension, and David and Sheila were the master distributors for that concept. And it was very, very interesting. It was a 3-dimensional system, but it was too early for that time. And of course, no comparison to that concept to what David and Sheila have put together. It's really phenomenal, because at that time there were no cell phones, there was no cryptocurrency, there was no internet, there was no Zoom calls, or nobody had cellular phones, you can imagine. I mean, so it was very difficult at that time. When David approached me, I didn't pick up a phone. He called me twice, but he sent a video, and the video was the SmartChoice Perpetual in Spanish. I didn't look at the video until before I went to sleep. I was checking messages, and I realized that he had called. He left me a video clip, and there was a note there that says, do you remember the third dimension, or something similar to third dimension? So that clicked, and it refreshed my mind from those times. And I was intrigued, tell you the truth. So I clicked on that video, and first of all, I was very impressed with the graphics, the quality, and the Spanish, because David doesn't speak Spanish. So they're sending me a video in Spanish, and he already started a program and he didn't invite me. That's not good. But so I was excited when I look at it. I said, wow, I didn't understand it, It sounds really good, sounds very interesting. It looked like this and it looked like that, but it wasn't what I thought it was, you know. But I was very intrigued because it was crypto driven. I came to the industry very early, 32 years ago. My background is in engineering. I'm a civil engineer specializing in hydrology and hydraulics. I work in design of projects like hydroelectric power plants, irrigation, water supply, flood control channels, and those kind of things. I work in land development, airport construction, freeway construction, you name it. I also very math oriented, very square engineer type. I like numbers and I work in business. So I have a PhD in business. Today, in the last few years, I've been working as an import-export broker and also on sales of cryptocurrency for institutions. So for me, it was easy to understand it in a way because I value cryptocurrency. And the concept that he developed was very intriguing to me because I thought, wow, there's no product. It's got many languages. There's a big need today because of the pandemic. Millions of people lost their jobs. They need an opportunity. They need to raise funds. So I think it's a perfect fit. Timing was perfect. So I didn't think about it twice. That night I was thinking about it. I watched the video, but I looked in the internet and there was one Zoom call recorded, one or two Zoom calls. So since David didn't answer the phone, I went there and listened to watched the 54-minute presentation of David. By the time that video was completed, I was already in. So David hasn't opened his mouth yet. And that was very good because I haven't enrolled in any program MLM in the last 5-7 years, I think. So, that was important. So when I call, he called me, then returned my call, cut the story short. I said, David, this is really good. This is phenomenal. So we decided to get started there. It was like a week before the open, is maybe 10 days before you open, or a week. And then one of those days I started calling some people, and one of the gentlemen that I called was Sherman. And I was really lucky that Sherman had an open mind, and he got it, because the concepts that attract me to the business, David, is few things. One, enroll one person, get 100% back. Global. Systems, and also transparency. Because today there's a lot of companies that have come and go, a lot of people, have closed their businesses and they lost a lot of money. And so this is serious stuff. So when he said all the money's in the field, 100% payout, full transparency, I said, I'm in. And I think Sherman was attracted to that same concept because we spent like 15 years in one company, Sherman and I, and we lost our distributorship for one reason or another. That was not fun. I mean, we had a heck of an organization globally, and I had 3 years of sabbatical there. And, we have many people that earn millions of dollars in that program, but it's not fun to have the company take it away from you, switch organizations, change people around, terminate people. Those are not very good concepts. So when we have a SmartChoice permanent, a contract that is perpetual and it's not going to be modified.
Well, let's say your 60 seconds is up. So
okay, so
go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. And the only thing I can tell you, folks, if you're here for the first time, or you're already a business partner here, or a donator, or whatever you want to call it, listen, there's only 3 smarts Number 1, smart, you have it right here. David and Sheila, smart 1.
Oh, we're smart.
Smart 2, Brenda Lopez.
Oh, Brenda's smart too.
Brenda's smart.
Smart 3, you. So you are the most important person. So take care of yourself, upgrade as fast as you can, and do it monthly. Remember, 30 days are going by very fast. Make sure that it doesn't happen what happened to me, that I didn't upgrade all that. And then Sherman decided to do his upgrade and bring somebody else, and then it went pass up. So I was telling people, I said, look, this is compression lost. And I didn't have one of those records, but you got to have that experience. So I had that experience. I had compression lost. That means it passed up. It passed you by. Don't let it pass you by. Upgrade. Thank you, David.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. Okay, definitely the engineer came out there. So let's wrap this up. And guys, everyone, thanks for joining us. But you've got to just stay. Make sure you listen to the last person here. Malcolm's going to share with everybody his experience and the experience that he's having in the field with people around the world. So let's go to Malcolm again. Just start off with who you are, of course, where you're from, what your background is, and what's happened to you so far. So over to you, Malcolm.
Yeah, Dave and Sheila, I never do tell people who I am, where I'm from.
Yeah,
I've had a blessed life. I've lived all over the world. I love the islands. So I went from the Caribbean islands to the Asian Phuket Islands, and now I'm in the South Pacific in the Philippine Islands. And I just want to share with you something that really hit home last night, my time, and we're in a crowdfunding helping each other program. But you want to consider, instead of consider yourself, we talked about this last week, consider the other person. And I have a team growing over in Nigeria. And Dr. Cat over there in far northern Nigeria, very poor part, not largely populated. And he's an African Jewish rabbi. Picture that. You could pass for that, Dave. You got the beard cut going, right?
I'm working on it.
But he's a Christian rabbi. So he's in the middle, and he's a phenomenal man, and he has self-funded universities and all sorts of things. The Nigerian government, the whole of what I want you to get from this is people will do whatever they take if they have enough desire, enough passion, and a big enough why. The Nigerian government just passed a law where anyone, all your crypto is connected to your bank. Anyone doing anything to do with crypto, the government seizes the bank account. Not the crypto, your bank account, your savings. That put the fear of God, and not as a pun, to all of them. Well, I did a Zoom meeting in a great big hall where he had a projector and up on the main stage, and he had the hall filled with people. They went and figured out how, when there's a great enough need, they figured out how, not getting into specifics, how they could go and find to get crypto. Yes, they have to pay a lot more for their Tron, because now it's through the black market, and how they can, this is not an established team, this is a brand new team starting. So if you got a big enough why, you got a big enough reason, you have a big enough desire to get out of the pickle you're in and help other people get out of your pickle, you can be nothing but successful. And this platform, the Smart Choice, allows us to do it. It's built specifically for that. Great work.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Malcolm there. Everybody, thank everyone that shared, everybody that didn't have a chance to share tonight. I want to thank you and recognize you. You guys are so important to this overall effort that we have and what's happening. Thank you, Sheila. Okay, the talents I spotted many, many years ago. Thank you,
Never
Brenda.
gonna let me live that down.
Oh, I'm not gonna let
Oh
her
my
live that.
gosh.
I was definitely checking out her talents.
There we go. Okay.
And so, Brenda, the entire team here, great job tonight. We look forward to number one, Thursday night, Testimonial Thursday. It takes effort, of course. We've got to invite. And as we start to hit that critical mass, you're going to see things really start to explode like it's happening right now. So work towards Thursday. On tomorrow is Spanish. Spanish night, right? Hola
night.
So Spanish, if you speak Spanish or know someone that speaks Spanish, you want to make sure that you come back at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern tomorrow night. Dr. Lee, Brenda, they do a phenomenal. I know Jaime's there. I think Jaime's there. Yeah, a phenomenal
Pedro.
Spanish. Pedro's there. He talks at that one, though he doesn't talk at this one. He talks at the Spanish one.
He's saving it.
So Pedro is there. So tomorrow's great. And again, the next one is Thursday. So with that, I want to thank everyone. Check out the Telegram group, though.
Yeah.
If you're not on there,
chat.
you want to get on there because that's where everything's going. We just updated the how to join SmartChoice through Tron Link Android app is up there in the Telegram group.
Right.
So you want to go there. It's also in Vimeo and all of that stuff. But with that, hey, thank you, everyone. That was a great night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone, for sharing. So we'll see everybody
tomorrow or Thursday.
See you guys. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to unmute everyone. And if you can, ask all to unmute. Yeah, give everyone a shout out. That'd be nice. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone. Nice to.
Good night, everyone. God bless you all.
Blessing to all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Page 2. Nope, we're on page 1.
Brenda, nos vemos mañana.
Bien.
Good evening.
Hey, Kenny.
Thank you, Brenda.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yeah.
What an awesome.
If you guys are old enough to
I want to see Brenda do some
Yeah,
hopping
like
and
some
locking and there she goes.
Girls dancing.
Ready for
In the background.
Girl, you gotta move to stay warm.
Oh, there goes
Thanks,
Pedro. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
What?
Okay.
What?
Pedro's
What?
got
Oh,
some
Pedro's
moves.
got some.
What?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh, here comes Dr. Lee.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Woo!
Oh boy. It's gonna get R-rated in no time soon.
Yeah, we don't want to,
Yeah,
no
we gotta-
flashing.
Family.
No flashing here,
channel.
family.
Hey, there you are, Ken. Oh, he disappeared.
All right, guys,
All
so
right,
Hi, guys.
we're going to sign off here. I will see everybody on Thursday. Have a great night,
A
everybody.
long goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Okay.